Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 29 of One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. We are so close to being done with this book, like quite literally. So let's keep on reading to find out what is about to happen next. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 29, Knox, Friday, March 27th. Okay, no, Maeve says, her voice tight. This has to be a coincidence. He's not going to Ashton and Eli's rehearsal dinner. How would he even know where it is? You're always saying there are no coincidences, I remind her. Pressure starts to build behind my eyes. And people can find anything online. Haven't we just proven that? I sound calm, but I'm not, because shit, this is bad. I'm only just starting to grasp how bad this is. Maeve had just pulled off to the side of the road, a few parking spots behind Jared and the metered spaces that line Charles Street. He's still in his car. Oh God, Maeve groans. We have to try and tell Eli again. He won't pick up, I remind her, desperation making me hoarse. Of all the times for Eli to go off the grid, then I'll call Browen. She should be there by now. Oh God, Maeve says again, covering her face with her hands. Browen is there. Everyone is there, I think, except Phoebe and her family, even though they were supposed to be until Emma wound up in the hospital yesterday. Christ, I can't even think about that right now. Maeve is shaking so badly that she's having trouble placing the call, and I take her phone from her. I got it, I say. But Browen's number goes straight to voicemail, too. She's not answering. Try Addie, Maeve says. I do, with the same results. Why is no one picking up? I yell in frustration, banging my fist on my knee. We're Generation Z, for God's sakes. Our phones are supposed to be permanently attached to our hands. Maeve's only response is a gasp, and I look up from her phone to see Jared standing at the edge of the road waiting for a car to pass. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that. Had to go stop my dog from chewing on something. Maeve's only response is a gasp, and I look up from her phone to see Jared standing at the edge of the road waiting for a car to pass. My heart starts jackhammering in my chest as I hand Maeve's phone back to her and pull out my own. Then I set it to video and train it on Jared as he starts to walk. We need to go, Maeve says. She grabs my arm when I lower my phone. No, keep recording, but follow him, okay? I'm going to call the police and tell them. I don't even know something. I'll be right behind you after that. A horn honks as I climb out of the car, shielding my eyes against oncoming headlights. I wait for another car to roar past, then I cross the sidewalk as Jared rounds a fence in front of Talia's. The restaurant is sandwiched between an office building and a bank, both closed and dark at this time of night. Small outdoor seating areas flank the front door on either side. I can hear murmured voices and laughter from somewhere at the back of the building. The night is windy and a little foggy, mist swirling around the street light closest to the restaurant. I expect Jared to head for the front door, but he goes around the side instead. I hesitate as he disappears, and Maeve comes up behind me, breathlessly. Where is he? He went around the back. Should we find Eli? Let's see what he's doing first. Voices get louder as we approach the rear of the restaurant. I pause when we reach the corner, poking my head out just enough to take in the scene in front of me. Talia's has a raised open-air deck that's about 8 feet off the ground, surrounded by a wooden railing. White lights are strung everywhere. Music is playing, and people stand in clusters on the deck, talking and laughing. I'm at an awkward angle, but I think I see the back of Cooper's head. Jared is on one knee and has his backpack in front of him. My phone is still recording, so I lift it again and aim it for him. He reaches inside, and for one heart-stopping second, I think he's about to pull out a gun. Options flash through my brain. Tackle him, yell, both, but when he takes his hand out, it's empty. He zips up the backpack and tosses it beneath the deck. Then he rises in a low crouch. I yank Maeve's arm back, pedaling with her under until we're at the front of the restaurant stairs, I whisper, and we run for the entrance, flattening our shelves against the wall beside the door. Jared emerges a few seconds later from the side of the building. He strides quickly across the parking lot, looking straight ahead the entire time. We watch him until he disappears around the fence. What is he up to? Maeve breathes. I pull up the video I just took and send it to Eli. I don't know, but I think we better get that backpack. I shove my phone into my pocket and grab Maeve's hand. Her palm feels reassuringly cool and dry in mine. Come on. We retrace our steps to the back of the building. The space beneath the deck isn't open like I thought it would be. When I watch Jared throw his backpack from around the corner, it's thick wooden lattice, except for a squat, narrow crawl space in the middle. I kneel and reach my arm in, sweeping in every direction, but I can't feel anything other than dirt and rocks. Maeve hands me her phone, lit with a flashlight app, and I shine it inside. The backpack is almost directly in front of me, but at least 6 feet away. It's there. I'm going in, I say, taking a deep breath. I don't dislike closed spaces as much as heights, but I'm not a fan of either. As soon as my head is inside the crawl space, though I can tell the rest of me won't fit, nobody would ever call My shoulders broad, but they still won't make it through. I reverse the course and sit on my haunches next to the opening. Maybe we should tell everybody to leave, I say, wiping my chin against my shoulder, and my face grows. It's a gross combination of sticky and gritty from just a few seconds in the crawl space. Something bad is in that backpack, or he wouldn't have put it there. Maeve drops to her knees beside me. Let me try. She ducks her head through the opening, twisting her body so her shoulders are at the right angle. She's a lot narrower than I am and manages to slide the rest of the way through. The backpack emerges soon after. Shoved out of the crawl space by Maeve's dirt-streaked hands, she follows, forcing her shoulders through with a painful grimace as I lift the backpack by one strap. It's a faded tan color ripped along one side and heavy. I tug at the zipper and shine Maeve's phone inside. Maeve coughs as she brushes cobwebs from her hair. She's covered in dirt and her right arm is bleeding from a long, jagged scrape. What's in there? Something round and metal, I report, as a lot of wires, switches, or something. Alarms start coursing through my veins, making me sweat. God, I wish I paid more attention to my father when he used to explain how stuff works. I can't be sure, but it looks like it's somebody's idea of a homemade bomb. My voice cracks on the last word. Maeve's eyes get wide and scared. What do we do? I'm frozen, indecisive. I want this to be somebody else's problem. I want Eli to check his damn phone. He's up there somewhere, and if I yell loud enough, I could probably get his attention. But I don't know how much time we have. We have to get rid of it, I say, scanning the area. We're in luck, sort of, because the space behind Talia's is nothing but grass until you get to a bike path 100 yards away. Tall bushes line the back of the path, and if I have my geography right, the Bayview Arboretum is right behind them, which closes at 6, so it has to be deserted this time of night. I sprint for the bike path, Maeve right behind me. That's not what I intended. I thought she'd stay by the deck. But there's no time to argue. I've never run so fast in my life, and it still feels like it takes me forever to reach the edge of the path. When I get there, I pause for a few seconds, panting. Is this far enough? I really hope so, because I'm afraid of hanging on to this thing much longer, especially with Maeve next to me. I hold my arm out to one side, to the backpack dangling from my hand, and I'm getting ready to discuss throw. I wish Cooper were here, I mutter. Then I take a deep breath, twist my body halfway with my arm fully extended, and hurl the backpack as hard as I can over the bushes lining the edge of the arboretum. I watch it sail into blackness, and I grab Maeve's hand. Okay, let's get out of here and get help. We're about to turn and run when a faint familiar voice floats out from behind the bushes, stopping us in our tracks. The fuck was that? Someone says. My heart thuds to a stop, then drops to my shoes. Maeve freezes. Her eyes are round as saucers. Nate, she breathes, and then she lifts her voice in a piercing scream. Nate, run! This is Maeve. That was a backpack with a bomb inside of it from someone who's been threatening Eli. You have to run toward the restaurant now. We hear a loud rustling sound, and I tug Maeve's hand. We have to run too. I don't know how much time. Maeve, comes a girl's voice. Maeve gasps and screams again, loud and panicked. Browen? Jesus Christ. Nate and Browen picked the worst time possible for a moonlight stroll in the garden. Maeve lurches forward, and I wrap an arm around her waist to stop her. Other way, Maeve. I'm sorry, but we have to go the other way. I start dragging her backward, yelling toward the arboretum as I do. This isn't a joke, you guys. Run. Two people crash through the bushes hand in hand, and I catch the silhouettes of a flowing skirt against the dim moonlight. I'm still pulling Maeve along the grass, not making nearly as much progress as I'd like. As the figures running toward us get closer, I can see Nate doing the same with Browen, trying to use his momentum to pull her forward. Somehow, despite Maeve's best efforts, I managed to get her more than halfway across the grassy space between the restaurant and the bike path. Come on, I grit out in frustration. Nate's with her. This isn't helping. Maeve finally stops fighting me, and we race the rest of the way across the lawn until we're a few feet from the restaurant. Voices rise as people start to gather at the railing, their confused faces lit by the twinkling white lights. Get inside, I gesture with a hand that's not holding Maeve's arm. I still don't trust her to stay put. Then, because nobody's paying attention, I pull out my trump card. There's a bomb in the arboretum. Everybody get inside. The words use the last bit of lung capacity I've left, and I pant painfully as shouts of gas fill the air. Nate and Browen are almost halfway across the grass now. Nothing's happened yet, so I let myself feel a small burst of relief. Somebody who knows what the hell they're doing can take over now. Maybe it's not even as bad as we think. Maybe we have plenty of time, or maybe the backpack was something entirely. When an explosion rips through the air, the noise is deafening. Maeve and I both throw ourselves onto the ground as an orange ball of fire erupts from behind the bushes. I reach up instinctively to cover my head, but before my vision is blocked, I look across the grass to where Nate and Browen were just seconds ago. I see white smoke billowing high and fast into the air, fragments of God only knows what swirling within, and nothing else. That is the end of chapter 29. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!